What goes on, guys? We're back here again with yet another review. And today we're going to be taking a look at two Star Wars Black Series today. Two very anticipated Star Wars Black Series. The Clone Wars Aurra Sing and the Bad Batch Tech. Or Tick, if you're Omega. But I can't believe that I found these. Like, I had Tech on pre-order for like, I don't know, 3 months now, and he's still not here. And I said that I would only buy Aurra Sing if I saw her in person. Wouldn't go out of my way to get her. Lo and behold, the whole wave was there. Except the other Mandalorian chick. Her name's not coming to me. It'll come to me by the end of the video. But Casca Reeves, she was not there. I would have probably grabbed her too if I saw her, but she was not there, so it's not that big a deal. Saves me a little bit of money. But on the front, you can see the figures there. We'll talk about what I think about them in a second, but you can see Tech on the side here and Aurra Sing on. I love this artwork. This is really nice. I really like the ships and that looks like Camino in the back. So this is awesome. I love this artwork. I wish that they would like release like a whole poster of like all of them and like how they connect or whatever. So that's pretty awesome. On here's your read up for Tech, and here's your read up for Aurra Sing. There's the bottom for the barcodes. There's Tech, and there's Aurra Sing if you need them. Again, same art on the side, looks really good. Top, just a little bit of a window. On the side, you can see the figures a little bit with the corresponding colors on the stripes there. But yeah, really nothing crazy about the packaging. I like this. I think Star Wars Black Series is my favorite packaging right now by Hasbro. I just really like the art. It's really nice with the color. It's simple, and it works really nice. So I really like it. But anyway, without further ado, let's finally go and take a look and get these guys out of the box. So we're going to go ahead and start with Aurra Sing, because I'm excited for both of these. I love getting new characters on the shelf, but I think I was a little bit more excited for Tick, so we'll save him for later. But taking a look at her close up, I mean, just standing there, I really like the colors that they chose for her, and we'll talk about my favorite part of the figure right now. But just standing there, she looks really, really nice. Like, really nice. I like the way that she looks. My favorite aspect of the figure, though, I gotta say, is this head sculpt. I think the head sculpt turned out really, really nice, and I think that photo tech, it doesn't always work for cartoon characters becoming realistic, as we'll see in a minute, but this works really good. I know a lot of people were complaining about this being too thick, but like, honestly, I didn't really even notice it until somebody said it, and it doesn't really bother me like at all, to be completely honest. I mean, how thin did you want it to be made? I mean, like, that's, I don't know. So it's her design, so I feel like people should just deal with it. But yeah, that head sculpt is gorgeous. The proto tech print, whatever you want to call it, looks really, really good. Her hair is really nice. They painted the inside of her hair beads. Like, that's freaking awesome. And they're all painted and sculpted very nice. They did give it like a lighter tone on the top. I think it's a little heavy-handed. Kind of looks like highlights rather than a paint gradient kind of thing, but it's not that big a deal. You get the bands on the arms. I never noticed she had weird alien fingers. So that's pretty cool. But on the back, you can see they painted. Oh, it's a little scary. They painted the doohickeys back there. They actually painted them really nice, top and bottom. It's pretty cleanly painted for the back, especially when it's covered by hair. And then you get these silver implants for like the capsules and the little buckle or whatever it is there. You get the wrist band painted there. You get her nice orange shirt or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But yeah, it looks really good. You get the silver chains on the straps here, which look really nice, and then you get the gun holsters. There's no paint on them. Maybe some punched in paint would have been nice there. They did punch it in here though, did they? Yeah, they did. That's pretty cool. Would have liked to see that carried throughout the rest of the figure. And then you just get the boots, which I think for a bounty hunter, she could have used a wash, a little bit dirty, but honestly, it's not that big a deal. So I'm pretty okay with how it turned out. I think it actually looks really good. So let's go ahead and take a look at her accessories. So as is with most Star Wars Black Series, she does come with quite a bit. She comes with her dual wielding pistols, which I think these are reused, but they could be new, and I'll tell you why I think they might be new. If you go ahead and take her hand and put gun in said hand, the old twist and pop, the fingers align perfectly in that gun. The two fingers, the weird, alien hand things. So these might be new for her. Let me know if these are reused, but I think these are new because it's really weird to see that her hands fit like perfect, or her fingers fit perfectly in the gun. So that's pretty awesome. I like to see it. I like to see it. So I think that's pretty cool. And then if you're not a dual wielding type guy, you could put these both in the holsters here, which they fit nicely. Both sides can go in nice and snug. They're not going to fall out or anything like that. And you want her, like me, and you want her to have her big rifle shooter thing, then you can do that. There's no like finger or trigger guard. Just kind of sits in her hand, but it looks really cool. I think the plastic's a little dull. I kind of wish they used like a metallic paint or something, because it just kind of looks like gray plastic, because it is just gray plastic. But the sculpt is really nice. You get to see a bunch of details in there, and you know, all along the staff or the shaft or whatever. I'm not a gun guy, so I don't really know what it's called. But yeah, she holds it pretty well, and you can get her to hold it with two weird alien hands. So you get it like that. She looks pretty badass. And it does come with a strap, but I'm not going to lie, I don't know how this strap is supposed to clip on. It fell off when I took it out of the packaging, and I can't figure it out for the life of me to make it look good. I mean, she's probably going to be holding it anyway, so I'm probably not going to use it, but like, it just doesn't clip on anywhere good on the one side. And the pouch, there's pouches on it, so I don't know which way it's supposed to go, because it would theoretically go like this. That's how it should go. But then, I don't know. It doesn't, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this at all, because the widest part is at the bottom. So I'm not really sure how this is supposed to go. It probably goes like that, but I don't think that really looks very good at all. So I'm probably not going to be using the straps. That's why I'm happy that it comes off. But the pouches are sculpted on there, and it looks pretty good on its own. But yeah, I think she turned out pretty good. I think she looks really good. I mean, like, I knew who it was, like, right away. I never thought we'd get a figure of her, but especially compared to characters that we could have, especially also considering something else. This is a lot new sculpting for a not super well-known character, so I can appreciate that. But let's go ahead and take a look at her articulation. So taking a look at Miss Sing's articulation, her hair is a little stiff, but it will get out of the way, so it'll move up only about that much. It's not really has nothing to do with the hair, just the way that the head moves. Pivot, full rotation, so you get decent movement. I think it could be a little bit better, but it's not terrible. Shoulders move up past horizontal, down all the way. No bicep swivel, but you do get a swivel in the single hinged elbow that goes up that much. Vertical hands on both, or vertical hinges on both hands. We like to see it, so very happy about that. You get a pretty good diaphragm joint on there. She'll crunch forward, kind of not at all. Crunch back, kind of not at all. She does pivot good though, and it does rotate, so I can appreciate that. It looks good, and I think it was sculpted really nice. She'll kick outwards that much, doing the splits. Forward, she's with these straps, they kind of get in the way. She's only going to go that much forward, that much back. They kind of feel like wide joints, to be honest, which is a little weird. You do get a thigh swivel, double jointed knees on this one, which is kind of uncommon for Star Wars Black Series at this point. Can kick her own butt cheeks, and then she'll move downwards that much, upwards that much, and she does have a nice ankle rocker. So yeah, I think the articulation works pretty good on this for a female figure, because Hasbro likes to skimp on the female articulation, but you know what, I think for her it works pretty cool, because you can still get her into some good like bounty hunter poses, because I remember her being pretty agile with Boba and everything. So I think this is pretty cool. I think this works for her. Now, unfortunately, being in my dorm, I don't really have a lot of options for comparison. I would like to compare it to Boba Fett, and that's pretty much all I have from the Clone Wars, to be honest. So I guess just Boba Fett. But the only other character that I have her here is the Star Wars Rebels version of Ahsoka. I know that these two technically didn't really meet each other, at least not this version of Ahsoka, but I think it was the closest that I could get here just for some size comparison. She is bigger than Ahsoka, which is accurate, I think. She was pretty tall and weird and alien-y, so I think this works pretty good. I'm actually happy with the size of these two, and I took a couple pictures of them fighting each other. Again, I know that Ahsoka was not this age when she met Aurra Sing, but I think it works fine, so just for a little bit of comparison. So if I was to give this figure a rating on its own, I would go ahead and give it a probably an 8 out of 10. Not a character that I ever would have asked for, but one that I'm nonetheless happy to have. And especially when it turns out this good. I can really appreciate that this turned out pretty awesome. And I think that for what it's supposed to be, which is Aurra Sing, it turned out pretty cool. So happy to have her on the shelf. I'll definitely put her up with my Clone Wars stuff and the Bounty Hunters. So this is pretty cool. Maybe build that whole team. That'd be kind of awesome. But I need to backtrack and get a lot of, like, all the Bounty Hunters from the first couple movies and whatnot, unfortunately, because I don't have them. But yeah, they're kind of expensive, so probably not going to be doing that anytime soon. But yeah, looks pretty good. So now we are finally going to be taking a look at the figure that I wanted the most out of the two, Tick. I have very mixed feelings about this figure, but honestly, for what it's supposed to be, I think it's pretty good. So coming in for a closer look here, I hate this. I'm not going to lie. I really do not like this head sculpt. I don't think that looks anything like Tech, like, at all. Maybe without the goggles it does, but why would you not give him goggles? Like, you've never, literally in the series, you never see him without his goggles. So luckily I'm going to be using the helmet, but I'm really not sure what the, like, thought process was behind that. Kind of whack, but, you know, it's all right. It's not that bad. The head sculpt itself is bad. I guess it's not bad that they didn't give him the goggles, but yeah, not a fan of this head sculpt at all. I guess, like I was hinting at earlier, sometimes the cartoony doesn't really work good on realistic. It works good on Aurra Sing. Like, she looks really nice, but Tech does not. So whatever. Look, from the neck down, he's pretty good. I think the color, and this isn't Hasbro's fault. This is more Bad Batch itself, or Star Wars itself. His uniform, like his armor, was lighter than the rest of the Bad Batch, so like he sticks out like a sore thumb, which is kind of annoying. And I was like, when the figure was released, I was like, why the hell does he not have the right colors? But then I looked at the show, and it's unfortunately it's accurate. It's kind of stupid, but whatever. You do get good paint apps. I like the scuffing of the paint, like, you know, it's been worn. I like that it's a little bit off center. You get the skulls there on the back here. The paint all keeps through, which looks really, really good. You got all the straps there. All these are separate pieces. They are accessories, which we'll talk more about in a minute. But yeah, you get some paint punched in there. On the legs, on the knee pads, you get the paint punched in. And then red along the top of the boots and the ankles. So yeah, I think the bot from the neck down, he looks really, really good. Like, definitely how he's supposed to. I like the build of him as well. You know, kind of like scrawny and shorter. So I like this a lot. I think he looks really, really good. But he does have quite a few accessories, so let's go ahead and take a look at those. So taking a look at all of his accessories, I don't know if you want to count this, but I'm going to, because it does come off. You get his backpack, which looks good. I like the big long antennas on it, which they look very similar to Aurra Sing's. Maybe they reused them, but these look good. This looks good. It's got nice paint on it. I like the wear of the paint, or the fake wear of the paint. And then you just plug it in the back and boom, there you go. That's probably going to stay on him for the rest of his existence now. But it looks good. Other basic stuff, you do get a blaster. We've definitely seen this before. Just a little handheld pistol, which he does hold good. So you put that in there, boom, done. We like that. So the pistol's nice. He only ever has that little pistol. The only thing I don't like is it's supposed to go into the back here. Like, this is where his holster is supposed to be, and they do not have a holster for it, but he's probably going to be holding it anyway, so not bad. You do get these little tools here. I guess this is like a little hammer. It's really small, no paint or nothing, but it's okay. You get this thing, which I was calling a welder. I have no idea what it is, though. If you know what this is, let me know. But no paint again, and then you get like these clamps. So this looks pretty cool. This does have a little bit of paint on it. It's got the black on there. And as I showed at the beginning of the video, these all go in very, very nicely. So you just gotta, I mean, my hands are kind of big, so it's always a little bit difficult to work with these tiny little accessories. But boom, when you get them all in, looks really, really nice. So that's awesome. We like a little bit of accessories like that. But I think the coolest thing that he does come with is his helmet. I'm a little disappointed that they just painted the lenses instead of making it like a translucent piece. But, you know, honestly, this is soft, so I don't know if that translucent piece would have worked. But this does come off as well. Like, it just pops out. I mean, I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you can. I really think the paint turned out really good on this thing, especially like on the visor part, because it has like a lot of detail on the side, which I'll show in a second here. You get the skull, like, I never really noticed that in the show, but then, like, I look back and it is accurate. You get the, like, tech skull, which is pretty awesome. I actually really, really like that. So that looks good. You get the goggles. There's a lot of paint in there and a little bit of red on the flashlight there, antenna. So yeah, this is awesome. And then to hide this atrocious head sculpt, you can put the helmet on very, very nicely, and it makes it look so much better. Like, again, I wish these were translucent, and I saw somebody take, like, film from a folder or something and cut out these and put those in there, and it looks really, really good. Might try to do that. I don't know. I don't really have the time for that right now, but I might if I get around to doing it. But yeah, him standing there like that is awesome. Now, personally, I thought that he was missing something super essential, which was his tech pad. So I went ahead and I got this, like, little calculator from, like, this stupid little thing. Don't mind the yellow. I need to repaint this over. Just thought I'd put it together for the video. Put it in his hand. Can't really see the yellow now. Boom, now he's got a tech pad. So I like to take the gun out of his hand, hunch him over just a little bit, have him look at his tech pad like he's beeping it. So that is definitely how he's going to be displayed on my shelf. When I repaint this up a little bit better, I want to get blue on the visor. I mean, but from afar, that looks pretty cool. Like, that's how I wanted tech to be. Sure, I wish he came with his own tech pad, but for what it's worth, this will work for me. So I would just go find yourself something, like a little thing like that. I'm sure if you're watching this video, you got tons of accessories laying around. I'm sure you could find something cool to put it with. But yeah, that's how I'm going to be displaying my tech. So let's go ahead and take a look at tech's articulation here. The head's going to move up that much, looks down that much, side to side wobble, and full rotation. It does move at the neck and the head, so you get pretty good range. I think that works fine, and it works just the same with or without the helmet. Really doesn't change much, so that's pretty cool. Shoulders are going to move upwards that much. The shoulder pads are glued to the bicep area. Well, it's just the bicep, but you don't really get a joint there, which you'll see in a second. So they get up and out of the way, so that looks pretty cool. They go down, rotate 360. You do get a butterfly joint in there that kind of shifts up and down as well, so it doesn't really afford much, but for what it's worth, it's pretty cool. Rotate 360. You do not get a bicep swivel, which I was hinting at there, but you do get a swivel at the elbow that moves in that much, and then a horizontal hinge on this side and a vertical hinge on the gun wielding side. So that's pretty cool. I like that. You do get a diaphragm joint that lets him rotate around that much. So he'll crunch forward that far. He'll crunch back that far, side to side, and he does rotate there. It does click a little bit, but you can hold it where it needs to be. So that's pretty cool. The hips are going to move outwards that far, down that much. He'll kick forward that far, back pretty far too, actually. Thigh swivel, single jointed knee that does move in past 90. So that is fine to me. I like this, and it does rotate. So I like this a lot. I think they should keep doing that. The ankles move down like really far, like further than they need to, but don't really move up at all. So that could pose a problem, but it really doesn't. He's pretty solid on his feet, and he does rotate. So yeah, I think the articulation for a character like Tech works really nice. I don't really think he needs much more articulation than what he's been given. So I like that. Works really good. Unfortunately, my other Bad Batch members are in storage right now, so I'm not going to be able to compare him to them, which really sucks because I would like to see the four of them together. Here he is next to Ahsoka, just again because I just have her out. He's about the same height as Ahsoka with this helmet on, if you count her Leku at the top of her head. But I guess head eye to eye, he's a little bit taller, but unfortunately, I don't have the rest of them there. I can't wait till when I can open up my boxes of toys again and get to put them all together, because I think that'll be an awesome display and something that I want to see happen. And I know I saw a leak today that we're going to get Echo and Omega, so that'll be awesome. But yeah, I really, really like the way that he looks, and I think he'll compare good with them. My only complaint about the biggest complaint I had about the Bad Batch altogether as a set was that Wrecker was too small and cost too much. But other than that, I think this is pretty cool. So if I was to give him a rating, I would give him a 9, probably an 8 out of 10. The head sculpt is really, really bad, and he should have came with a tech pad. But everything else is perfect. I love the tools. I like the backpack, which I should put on right now. I like the backpack, and I like the gun. And the helmet looks good, too. But they should have been translucent. The head sculpt sucks, and I wish he had a tech pad. But other than that, it's pretty good. So it's that point in the video where I know you guys are asking yourselves, yo, Ant, what are you thinking of these figs? And I gotta say, I'm very happy with them. I'm happy that I was able to find them because I really thought that I wasn't going to be able to and I was going to have to wait forever for a pre-order. But luckily that was not the case and I was able to find them just sitting there, which is crazy. Crazy to think about finding toys in store. But yeah, we found them. They look good. I have a little bit of complaints with both of them. I actually think that Aurra Sing might be the better figure out of the two. I just personally like Tech better. He is my favorite Bad Batch member. I always have a thing for the smart, nerdy guy. So he's definitely my favorite. But yeah, they look really good. Like I said, they both get an 8. And I'm not saying that because they're together. I'm just saying she doesn't really have anything that makes her crazy special. The strap is stupid on the gun. Blah, 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 whatever. He needed more accessories and the head sculpt sucks. But, you know, I think for what they are, these look really, really nice. So I'm very happy to have both of them. But I think that's all I have for today. So if you haven't already, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe on the video. Let me know what are you guys copping these? Let me know. You copping? Because I knew I was when I saw them. So let me know if you're getting these. Let me know if you're copping. I haven't mentioned it in a couple videos, but I probably should now. I want to get to 300 subscribers by the end of the year. And if you guys help me get to 300 subscribers by the end of the year, there will be a giveaway. I don't know of what or whatever, but we will figure that out when the time comes. I will do a poll on a vote and we will figure out what I can give away at 300 subscribers. So please share the video if you haven't already. Get some more views on this. Subscribe if you haven't. I would very much appreciate it. I just do these videos for fun and to get a cool following would be awesome. So other than that, that's definitely all I have for today. So I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.